Hello students and welcome to Intelligent Institute of Education. I am Fahim. Let's start a Python tutorial series. In this lecture, I would like to explain the concept of init method. Init method, which is also called as a parameterized constructor, that is called a constructor. So when we have to use constructor in class and object, fine. So and what will be the goal, what will be the benefit of that, and what will be the types of this init method, that is called as a constructor. So one by one I will explain you with programming concept, so that will be good for you. Now we have to get ready for that, like we are going to apply academic as well as technical position. So interviewer and examiner will ask different types of questions. So we have to be very strong with practical as well as theoretical. So interviewer can ask any questions, then we have to answer accordingly, right? So now I am going to share with you that practical concept, practical notebook. So Jupyter notebook, so that will be good and easily we can understand this. Is this all right? Let's see some points I have written here. Let me to make this heading, and so that will be readable, easily readable. Now, why use the init method in Python classes and objects? And now I will explain you with program so you can understand. So basically, init method, which is called as a constructor, and when we have to use, because automatically called an object when for the class we have to create object. Is clear? When we have to create object, so automatically call this init method, which is called as a constructor. Okay, first question. Second, what are the benefit of this? So benefit of is this: no need we have to manually we have to initialize everything. Okay, as in previous lecture we have to use, like I have given many examples. We have to enter the some values, we have to input. So here no need we have to use with object, that dot, and we have to call automatically. This is going to initialize. I will show you in practical. Second thing is that this also we can use in encapsulation as well as features of the objects. So what it will be benefit in this, we can get a unique data. Fine, we can get here unique data and code efficiency. It means that this reduces the redundant code of the initializing attributes in one place. So this all benefit I will show you one by one practical, so you can understand. First, and types of init method. The first, that is called a default init method, and second, that is called a parameterized init method, and second we have that is called default parameter. Okay, so let's start. Let me start. Let me start this program so we can understand. First, I am going to use here class, and in this I am going to use like student. Fine. Spelling, let me student, student. And here what I will do, just let me check, is this properly recording? Yes, recording properly. Let's continue. So now here I'm going to use this pass keyword, and simply I will create here object, and in this student, and let's execute this. Let's run this program. Okay, see here we haven't used any data, any code of that, and there is no error for this. So this is called as a default init method, right? Second, I am going to create like here class and a student. So first character should be kept in class. Already I have explained. And in this, what I will do, I will use here one method. This is called init method, init. Okay, to underscore starting, and after init method we have to use to underscore later. And now here I am going to use here self, and in this I am going to enter name of that, name of the student, and here I am going to use age of the student. Fine, two parameter I am passing, because the thing is that we have to understand here the concept. When our concept will be clear, then easily we can code our program. Is this clear? Now now here we can write self dot name equal to name, and here we can write self dot age equal to age. Is clear? Now here one more method I am going to create, def display, display display, and here I am going to write self here, and in this I have to print I have to print here. Now we have to print here, okay, name of the student, name of the student, okay, and here I am going to use brace self dot name. Fine, this already I have done. Trying to understand, very simple is there. And f is stream, here I am going to write of the age of the student, and here brace self dot age, okay, and this two data is clear. Now I am going to create here object. So object I am going to create here like std, okay, and here stu student, and in this now I am going to pass here name. So name, that is I am going to pass here Fahim, and age I am going to pass here 32. Fine. Now here is std. Now initialization method, no need I have to call. So this is going to call automatically. Fine. So dot only display, okay, and now I'm going to run this. Now see printed here, the name of the student is Fahim and age of the student 32. So previous what we were to do that, because you have to here input that input name and input this. Also I have to the with the help of dot operator we have to access. But now here see, I have given here name, I have to here given as, automatically this using here, no need we have to call, and already program is here. You can go through that. Now let's see, you have done in program here. Just I would like to give you, see here in this like car info here. Let me do here this, yes, car info self dot name, self dot model, self dot price. Okay, sir, what I have done, see object car info, it means that in this I am not using parameterized constructor. Okay, so manually we have to call this, but in there automatically calling, when object is created automatically this calling. So this is the difference explicitly and implicitly. Is clear? Now explicitly I have to, we have to here call, and implicitly automatically this is going to use. Okay, come to the point. Okay, fine. So I have used here, see self dot name and self dot age. Now here see, I have created here object. So when once object is created, so automatically this constructor call internally, that is called implicitly. Python calling implicitly. We are not going to call this. Is clear now? So here two parameter I have given, that is called a name and age. So I have given a self.name equal to name and self.age equal to age. So now I have printed here name of the student and age of the student. I have passed here two parameter, that is called as a name of the student Fahim and age is 32. And finally I call with object that is called displayed. Object dot and display. We printed. Is clear? So this is concept, and this is concept called as a parameterize. So write in comment section, okay, I understood that. Is clear now? Still difficult? So please write down. I will explain you again. Next, like for example, I am going to use class and a student, and here I am going to pass def and init method, that is called as a default parameterize. Let's see how we have to work in this. I am going to pass here self, now name. So name equal to, we don't know that, so I am going to write unknown and age equal to like 32. Fine. Now here self dot name equal to name, self dot age equal to age. Fine. Now I'm going to take here one display method, and display I'm going to use here self. Okay, so better I'm going to take, so it will be quite easy. Let me explain this, so it will, we can save the time. Fine. So what I've done this, so display I have passed and I have given here one object. Let's see here. Object 1 and this object 1 created. Fine. Object 1. Now what I will do, if I am going to execute this, let's see what will happen. So printed here, name of the student is 32. Sorry, name of the student is Fahim and age of the student is 32, right? But this is not printed here. This is called as a default parameterize. Okay. So in this, what I will do, print. Okay. This one line gap I am using here. Fine. This I am going to copy. Try to understand this. Very clear concept. Once concept will be clear, so you can develop your program. Okay. Now here one object. It means that I have created here two objects. Fine. In second object, I am not passing any parameter. Simple. Only I have created here object. That's all. Now see the first object. In here, first object I have passed two parameters, that is called as a Fahim and 32 age. So here self.name and self.age accepted. Why? Because we are entering data here. And second one, that is the second object, but in this I have not passed here. So this is going to take from here. This is going to take from here. In where? In second one. Try to understand why? Because in this I am not passing any value of this. So by default, this is going to accept from here this init method, that is called as a constructor. So here second object is created. When second object is created, automatically initializing this internally implicitly Python program. Okay. So here what it will do, it means that by default this is going to take this value. Is clear now? So when I will execute, so you will understand what will be the output of this, right? Now let me clear this, execute, so you can run this program. So now see, first object we have given the data Fahim.32. So we got here name of the student, age of the student, and second name of the student I have given here unknown. So came here unknown, and age of I given here 32. So this printed. So basically, once again, let's revise this. What is the meaning of init method? Okay, so this init method, that is called as a constructor. Fine. So when you have to use this init method, that is called a constructor, when we have to use it during the creation of the object. It means that automatically called when object is created for that particular class. Is clear? So when how many object, multiple object you can create, automatically call this. Try to understand first. Second, what are the benefit we have? So no need to manually set attributes. It means that previously when we are not used to init method, then we have used, that is called as a input, and with the help of, that is called as a object, with the help of dot operator we have called. But once we have used here this init method, see, we are not calling this method automatically. This is called as a automatically going to initialize this. This is called implicitly. Is clear? Second thing, that is called as C. Second, automatically call an object. It is this. Second, we have that object has its unique data without any confusion. Unique data, fine. And redundancy. It means that duplicate data we cannot use. Try to understand. Duplicate data we cannot use this. Is this clear? Is this clear? Duplicate data we cannot use while initializing attributes in one place. Is clear now? Now we'll see finally types of init methods. So there are three types. One we have, that is called default init method. It means that there will be no any code. See here, there will be no any code. We have used here pass. So pass is a keyword. Like for example, we have created here class. Okay, now we don't have mood. Fine. Now we'll create later on, because our manager, our boss will give some task. So now this code will decide later on. So what we have to do, if I cannot write here this pass, okay, just and run this, so we'll get here error, indentation error, and here in this block we have not used any code. Is clear? Now pass, when now I have written here pass, run this. See, there is no any error. It means that basically pass already have explained in previous lecture. You can watch through that. Okay, so you can understand here. Fine. So now what I have to do, now I have written here pass. It means that this code I will do it in future. So just simply write here pass and execute this. There will be no any error. Is this all right? Second, that is called as a parameterized constructor. So it means that in this, as per your requirement of the project, we have to write here how many parameters you are going to pass. Either in a student of that class, what will be the name of the student, what will be the age, section, class, marks, everything you can declare as per your requirement. Is this clear now? Second, we have to print out, print that result, print that value, and we have to create the object. So once when we are going to create an object, the automatically the construction is going to call this. Fine. And with the help of object with dot operator, well, help of that object and dot operator, we can access this method. Is clear? We can get the final output, final result. Is all right? So run, and we got here this. Finally, at last, the parameterized but default parameterized. It means that now I don't know the name, simply I written name, and next later on we can change this as per our requirement. Fine. So this age is given here 32, and now this, when I run this, so for the one object I have given here a name of the student is Fahim, and second I have given age this one. It means that we got here this result. When we are going to pass, when you are not going to pass, so by default this accepting this result. This all right? Now I'm going to stop share here. Now finally I would like to tell you, so try to understand and try to watch clear lecture so you can understand. Is this clear? And if my lecture is good, so please share with your friends. And finally, I would like to tell you, still haven't subscribed my channel, so please subscribe my channel. If you subscribe, then subscribe with other devices with different email IDs. Is it all right? And don't forget to click on bell icons. So next I will give you the next lecture I will give on features of object oriented, like inheritance and polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation. Is this all right? Thank you very much. We'll meet in next lecture.